Hey guys, Mark Fresh, Protect Dog Training with new convert. Good. Benzo. Now I want to try to reduce my amount of chatter. A lot of times I'm observing the dog and doing all this stuff and just kind of going through my Rolodex and spitting out information to you guys the best I can. So there are yuck sessions within my work that I'm doing. I want to just kind of really concentrate on what I'm after today. I've got to keep loading clicker, what I'm going to be doing, up and down on the table, and really installing. Nope. Yep. Come on. Good. Loading clicker. But again, it's kind of hard for me because I'm talking to you and want to get you guys to understand. I'm going to keep my hand up against his face. Hup, hup, push back and give myself more room up front. And I'm working on the down. Good. There you go. And he went off on me earlier, and I did a video on it, but I'll just go ahead and bypass it and just let you know that we had an episode where I was trying to get him to go down, and I thought I would do an old style sweeping him, which is what we call placing the dog into a down. And I put my hand over the top of his, and I touched this foot, and he went off on me because there's too much. He was discomfort, right? He didn't feel comfortable with it. He went off, and I had to put him up in the air, but I had the pinch like I do now, hooked to the pinch and the dominant dog collar. So the dominant dog collar is just a safety in case the pinch comes off. And he went off on me. So we had an episode, and then I worked him through it. We got back and we started doing the down, and now he's into the down. Good. So I want to keep going on no, good, and yes. So what I'm going to do is explosion release. Good. 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 Nope. Good. Yep. Very smart and intelligent dog. He already saw that piece go to the ground, and he said, do I want to do it? And he made the choice not to. Why? Because I've already done so much correction with his nose going to the ground. We're doing that for two reasons. One, because of his other behavior that he's been showing, shadow chasing and light chasing. Yep. So I want to get really concerted on loading my clicker and getting into my explosion release. Good. 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 Yep. Good. Good. Benzo. Benzo. Yep. Good boy, Benzo. Nope. Come on. Good. Good. Benzo. Down. Good. Good. Benzo. Yep. Good boy. Concentrating on my pause between name and what's going to happen so he starts to learn to anticipate classical conditionings we're letting set in, right? So with my clicker, with my behaviors on patterns of pause. Yep, good. There you go. Good. Benzo. Notice I didn't use a word that time. I'm trying to see if he's picking up on body language. Good. Nope. Nope. Good. His elbows were off. So I started saying no. Again, it's about teaching him positive and negative. Benzo? Yep. Good. Good. Dog's name, pause, then explosion. So he gets used to pattern and flow with time levels, what we're trying to kind of implement. Not a specific time level for any specific behavior, more so just teaching him to listen. Good. Good, Benzo. Yep. Good. Pattern and routine right now. Going back to the basics and what I missed because I've been doing so much observation of a lot of other things. Now I want to start really loading clicker and start getting him the idea of what's supposed to be happening and relying on his intelligence to pick it up with pattern and routine, right? Nope. Nope. Good. Good. Okay, so we're going to start installing my good marker. Nope. Nope. Yay, good boy, good. Consistency is what matters here. Good. When he does the right thing, the good marker, duration marker. Good. Notice I'm not trying to clock him yet. I will. But right now he's not ready for it. Good. Benzo. Yep. Good. Remember that every dog's different. Nope. And I'm going to approach him differently. This guy's very highly intelligent, but the fact he got left in the backyard for so much and boredom sets in, other behaviors come in, his head is not in the right place. And it will as soon as I keep working him, right? Nope. Nope. Good. I'm going to tie my no marker in with my robbing him of food and doing things that make him understand what the no marker is about. He's not getting what he wants. Good. Good. A lot of pattern routine. Good. Good. Benzo. Yep. Good boy. Good. Yeah, yeah. Go. Good boy. Good. Good. Notice the squirrely voice goes right away, telling him that's the right answer, right? And I'll keep doing that until he understands what the positive and negative are all about. Negative most of the time will be nothing more than me robbing him of food. Good. Right away, I'm touching him in the nose. He's sitting way back on the table. That's what I want. So I'm getting him used to my good body language and what I expect with little taps with his nose and what I'm doing with flow. Nope. Good. Nope. Good. See, the no marker is getting installed a little bit now, right? Good. Remember, no just means you didn't do it. I want you to do it again. So we don't have to have no but always be meaning a correction is coming, right? Most people, that's what we do instinctively as adults, as humans. We want to say no and we want to punish, right? No means in this context means nothing more than you didn't do it right. I want you to do it again. And you see me kind of making him stay where he's at. Good. There you go. Nope. Nope. Good. Okay. He doesn't understand what it means until I do it enough with pattern and emphasis on what that means. Dang it. Good. Nope. Nope. Come on. Come on. There you go. Good. Good boy, Bruce. I mean, Devin. Devin. Damn it. Benzo. 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 Yep. Here I go again, spacing out on names and things. I do so much vocabulary of no, good, and yes, and all this other stuff that's there. That's what I want to see. Notice the tail set, because he's a little uneasy, and the tail set is a part of the communication. It tells me things. See how it's down? Good, there you go. Good, there you go. Good. And that's why a clicker is so beneficial. The timing, right when he moves, I click. That's what you're trying to do. I'm trying to get across to him right now is how things work within our communication base. When you do the right thing, there's a click and right away food. Good. He doesn't understand what he's getting it for, but it will. All of a sudden he'll click on it and he'll start stepping. And I've only done one direction right now. Good. Good. Good boy. Good. Benzo. Yep. You're probably going to shit like a goose tonight with all these hot dogs you've been having. Good. There you go. Now I'm going to try to push him the other way and see. There he goes. Remember, right hand, left hand. That's going to be more of his direction. It's going to be natural to him than the other way. I was pushing him the opposite way. That's most of the time is the left hand to them. In other words, more dominant side. Every dog is different with right hand and left handed just like we are. But most of the time I find it to be the same direction that I want him to go into that flip finish into my side is most of the predominant. Good. Yep. Good. Yep. Good. Yep. Good. There you go. Good boy. That's good. That's good. Give his brain a chance to catch up. Do some praising of him. And we'll come back to the flow, right? The flow in our pattern that we're creating. And notice 1, 2, and 3. All right? Always in patterns of 2s and 3s and mix up. that allows us to build this the way we want to, which the dog has to learn to watch, to listen, pay attention. Yep. Good. Good. See how he's stronger on one way? I push him this way, he's actually stepping. Yep. Good. That's my boy. Good. That's good. There you go. Good boy. Good. Get a little herky-jerky when I touch his body, and right away, he doesn't follow through with it, but I see it. That's his response to getting touched and praised. Yeah, good boy. Good. That's good. There you go. That's good. We're out of hot dogs, buddy. We're out of hot dogs. You want to play with the ball? You want to play with the ball? You ready? Huh? You ready? Huh? Oh, good boy. Good. Yeah, good boy. Good boy. Yep. Good boy. Good. There you go. Good boy. That's good boy, Benzo. Good. Another thing, when you're going with a dog like this, that's kind of on the edge of maybe nailing you and all that, when you get excitement, you got to be aware of excitement. Excitement could cause you problems. Good. Out. 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 Yes. Good boy. Good. There you go. Good boy. Good. Yeah, good boy. Good. That's all, Wallace. All right. Ready? Get it. Go get it. Good boy, Benzo. Good boy. Good. Good. Eat. Now we got a second ball out here. And watch where his head goes. Where does his head go when he's excited, when he's stimulated? We got to be careful in the beginning because he doesn't know the patterns of the routines yet. Good. Benzo, out. Out. Nope. Out. All right, let's go. I'm going to step on the leash here so he can't really move backwards anymore. Take that away from him. And then done. Nope. Done. My hand is here. When he tried to grab it, he felt my hand. And I right away tapped him in the nose with a negative, right? Which reaffirms what I don't want him to do, which is bite my hand. Most dogs know better than to bite their owners. And when he puts his teeth on mine, believe me, he knows when he does. So right when he did, I gave him a no marker, and right away I hit him in the nose with a tap. It was a negative, right? The no marker is associated with negative. So right away, when my hand was there tapping him in the nose, didn't feel good, it right away dovetailed into what I was doing, which was giving him a no marker. Good. So excitement is something you got to pay attention to and make sure you balance it with what you're doing. Good. Now he's figuring out where the ball's at, right? He's looking for that. He's smelling it, right? There's also hot dogs here, all right? So we got to go through this transition and see how precocious he is, how willing he is to take a no marker without trying to barrel through on his own, right? Good. We'll keep building that relationship. Good. That's my boy. Good. Put my hand in a situation that if I go like this, roughhouse, give that jowl, and he comes back on me right away, I can come this way with the other and then move up the leash and keep him away from me, right? So right now he's on a pinch. So we got to be careful because we don't want to correct him with a pinch. We want to do it with a dominant dog collar and basically take the wind away from the dog versus correcting him with a pinch. That's going to flood his brain with pain and cause it to be worse and not conducive to learning and understanding what I'm trying to convey to him. All right, now he'll start getting worried about the pinch collar and the pain of it, and he'll get more apprehensive. Good, good. All right, we got no more food, buddy. We got no more food. Yeah, I know what you want. You want those balls. We start introducing him to the balls, he's going to start having a desire for wanting them. Yep, good. All right, we're done, guys. Baby steps and we'll get there. We're going to keep building on these patterns. For no, good, and yes, and my explosion release, just like you see me doing all the other dogs where I'm bouncing off that table. And he's got to learn where the target's hand's at, and we got to get him following lure, and a bunch of little things we've got to keep doing with him. Talk to you later. Mark Ferrasci, Protect Dog Training, and Benzo.